Hello. We've just got the Beaver out of an annual, and during the annual it had the supplementary inspections, a bit like Cessna SIDS program, but once for the Beaver, and part of that was removing the tail as well for some NDT, and part of the recurring inspections on them, just because they're getting old aeroplanes and most of them have been to the bottom once or twice. So I'm just going to go and take it for a test fly, make sure everything works like it should after it's been completely pulled apart, and get it ready for the next student. We've had an awful lot of rain the last few months, so much so that the water table has basically reached the surface, so we have basically nowhere dry to park things, so everything's becoming a bit of a swamp. I'm actually trying to decide whether I even might have to taxi it out of here, because usually this patch gets so wet that the tug will probably get bogged. So a bit of a parking lot that we'll have to work with, but once we get it out, we'll get some fuel in it and fire it up, take it for a lap. Okay, so we'll have a look in here, double check the mags are off before we start touching anything. We'll have a look. Master on, engine instruments. That's actually got quite a bit of fuel in it there for our short flight. One really cool thing that happened at this annual inspection is the addition of the 375 there, the new ADS-B GPS. So we will, and transponder. So we will make sure that works as well. Make sure we get a notification that the aircraft took off when we turn it on. So as part of our pre-flight, we want to have a really good look at the tail, because this has all been removed. The whole Horry stab came off because there's some NDT inspections in the tail that have to be done. Can't actually remember the interval, but there's a few different ones that recur, like I said, just like the Cessna SIDS program, but for the DeHavilland types. And you can see it's been finished for a few days and sitting out here, so needs another bath. That's the one drawback of having such a nice white paint job, is that the second it gets some dirt on it, it looks very grubby again. Okay, so I've done the walk around, and I didn't film that. I don't like to be distracted when I'm doing a walk around out of maintenance. But once I've done a walk around, when I know the little flight controls have been off, that sort of thing, what I like to do is run the trims all the way one way. So we'll go all the way nose up on that one, and we can see that one, and we can see that trim tab there, and I'll wind it now all the way forward, and you'll see that it's moving the other way, so that we can double check that the trims are running the right way. I like to think they are, but worth double checking, and that one is correct. So then, before we move and forget about things, we'll reset it back to zero there. We'll do the same for the rudder trim all the way to the right, which we can't quite see from here without getting out, and there we go. We can see that the trim tab has gone to the left of the aeroplane, which pushed the tail, or the rudder across to the right. So that's the full free and correct sense. And then we'll do the same as we did with the elevator trim, and go all the way to the left, and trim tab has gone the correct direction. Then as for the elevator, we'll reset it to the takeoff position, which is not neutral in this aeroplane, which is neutral's there. We're going to set it to that 45-degree rivet, and that's perfect for takeoff then. Okie doke, time to drag it around to the fuel bowser, get some fuel, and fire it up. I decided to risk tugging it just to save a second cold start, because I'm only going to the fuel bowser, but we might need a bit of luck on our side. So let's see how Doug the Tug can go. There's Jet. Righto, boys thought I was bogged. And they're probably about to be correct, but oh, no, she's moving. Look at that. As the tug goes through this soft patch though, I'm going to be in a bit of a pickle, so I'll have to keep some speed going. I think we're about to be bogged. We are. We're out. We're out. Not the prettiest of jobs, but fortunately, we're not stuck there. Righto, we better watch that wingtip. And I'm going to swing around. I'm going to reverse into the fuel bowser. Okay, been a while since I've played this machine, so I'm going to work out how to start it again. 985's fairly cheerful enough to start, but it takes a bit of pumping fuel through when it's set for a bit. I did run it the other day though. So trims are set. Come down here, make sure our engine oil and fuel shutoff is down, and got some witness wire there. Carb heat is cold. Brake on. Flow is a little bit all over the place in the Beaver. Engine instruments. Okay, we're now going to wobble some fuel pressure up. Wobble pump. Oh yeah, that hasn't taken long at all to get up because, like I say, I ran it the other day. And while we hold the pressure with the wobble pump, I'll unlock the primer, which is down by my left leg, and fill up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This one lights on me. In and lock 4. It likes on a cold start. We can now shut the door. And with 1, 2, 3, 4 on the accelerator pump on the carby. Crack the throttle open, and we'll give it 5 blades, and then turn the mags on. Clear prop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mags hot, and away she goes. Take the lights off at a very, very low RPM. Smoke as the oil boils off the exhaust. Crack the throttle slightly now, set the oil pressure. Already way up into the green, and it'll actually go above the green if we have the RPM too high. There it comes. There we go. There to start lighting up on a few more cylinders shortly. Let's get it on.